Mykhaylo Mudryk towards Liverpool. Alan Hutton believes Liverpool will have a chance to sign Shakhtar Donetsk winger Mykhaylo Mudryk, sought after by a number of clubs. It is reported that Newcastle is the last club that wants to sign the Ukrainian star, which is aimed at clubs such as Arsenal, Everton, and Brentford. The exciting talent is considering a move to the Premier League and considers it a natural progression. While Hutton doesn't think Liverpool need a new winger for now, he claims Jürgen Klopp wouldn't close any doors if the 21-year-old was available. Shakhtar is currently valuing the winger with 4 years on his contract at £50 million. Such a figure is unlikely to put off English clubs, given who has high respect for the player. When asked if Liverpool needed another winger, Hutton said, "If there comes an opportunity for a young, talented player who you believe can do even better, then the potential is there and of course you jump at the chance. I think the Liverpool midfield needs some work. But if Mudryk is available and likes Liverpool, then you'll take a chance." Mudryk has made 5 appearances in all competitions for Shakhtar this season. During that time, he scored 2 goals and made 1 assist. As his reputation continues to rise, Shakhtar sporting director Darwin has made statements that will contribute to his market making. Mudryk is a serious talent. He is the best player in Europe after Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. If someone wants to buy Mudryk, they have to spend a lot of money. They have to respect our club and our president, said Sana. Mudryk recently gave hints that he could be transferred to the Premier League in a statement he adored. The winger was asked if he wanted to play for Arsenal or Real Madrid and said, yes, it's hard to say, but Arsenal is a very good team. I try to follow every team in the Premier League. Liverpool is my favourite. But we can't ignore the money talks and the fact that Liverpool need to have more resources to make a deal. Newcastle is also considering a move for the player in January. In terms of Liverpool's interest, Klopp's Anfield life on the bench, there is some doubt as to whether he is willing to spend big money on a potential starter, but the young talent could become a crucial asset in Liverpool's future. Luis Diaz's dominance of the position and lack of a compelling alternative makes Mykhaylo Mudryk meaningful. Moreover, there is a chance to see what the young actor will learn from his master. If he can improve his defense, completely different skill can be brought to world football. Do you think Mykhaylo Mudryk can succeed at Liverpool? Liverpool considering signing 24-year-old Championship player. Liverpool are closely following the performance of Sheffield United star Berge. It is alleged that it won't come as a surprise if Liverpool made a move for the player in January. But the Reds are reportedly not alone in their admiration for the actress. It is alleged that if they want to sign the Norwegian, they will have to fight Chelsea, Barcelona, and Borussia Dortmund. There is information that the 24-year-old player has a £35 million release clause. However, it is among the news that the club may sell him for £31 million. Liverpool's interest in Berge has been around for a long time. There was interest almost 3 years ago. Jürgen Klopp is said to have told the then 21-year-old that he was a very interesting player. This statement came after the midfielder impressed Klopp in a Champions League match for Henk at Anfield. It was then a surprise that he moved to Sheffield United just 2 months later. Unfortunately for the Blades, this soon turned sour and they found themselves back in the Championship. After a series of injury misfortunes, Berge was unable to move away from South Yorkshire. Perhaps because of these issues, he found himself in the Championship for a second year this season. Berge recently admitted that during the closing days of the summer transfer window, he received concrete offers from some of the big clubs. Between these teams, it is said to be in Liverpool as they try to bridge the gap in their midfield. We already talked about the interest in the player in our videos before the transfer window closed. But nothing came of that interest, and Berge continued his impressive start to the season. He started in the starting 11 in all of United's 10 league games. He continues to make a name for himself with 3 goals and 3 assists this season. Berge's performance is quite good for a midfielder. If Sheffield United tops out in January and pushes to win the league, Berge will be hard-pressed to leave at half-time. It would have been foolish for the club to sell him in such a race anyway, and Berge himself would have wanted to stay. It's a huge season for United. While there are many whose contracts expired this summer, a lot depends on whether the Blades can earn promotion or not. If this can be achieved, he will likely receive new terms and become a key player for United in the future. Of course, a move to Liverpool will appeal to Sander Berge like any other club, but after his impressive performance it may be difficult for the Reds to buy him. Do you think Berge can succeed at Liverpool level? Calvin Ramsay approaches Liverpool's debut as the former Aberdeen star returns to practice. Calvin Ramsay is approaching his debut for Liverpool. The 19-year-old right-back made a dream transfer to Anfield on a £4.2 million transfer from Aberdeen in the summer, and instead of starting in the juniors, he was hired as a backup to Trent Alexander-Arnold in the first team. However, an injury detected during his medical checkups has prevented him from training with his new teammates until now. However, according to the latest news, there has been a pleasing development. The young star has returned to the training grounds. This means that a debut is possible in the near future. The Reds will have to compete in multiple lanes and will have to get used to playing matches almost every 3 days. In addition to a tough race in the league, rotation is essential to play at the top level in the Cup and Champions League. This match schedule means that Jürgen Klopp, like many of his players, needs to rest Alexander-Arnold. Ramsay's teammates are looking forward to working with him, and Joe Gomez recently told the club's website, "He's obviously a talented player, so from what he's been like at this club and around, he seems like a nice, humble lad. We look forward to seeing it," he said. Ramsay hasn't been on the roster since he arrived, and Alexander-Arnold has yet to find his form this season. Some events in the England national team may affect him even more. That's why it was so important for Ramsay to return. However, the young player is not yet at the level to keep up with the rhythm of the team. Also, everyone is wondering what he will do in Liverpool. Joining the team as soon as possible and supporting Alexander-Arnold will add vitality to Klopp's pressure game and will also allow Alexander-Arnold, who has been playing since the beginning of the season, to rest for some time. How do you think Calvin Ramsay will perform?